In terms of the capabilities of this pillar on SAP BTP, it provides you a unified experience of application development, whether you are a low code, no code developer or a pro code developer. Um, so it has tools where you can simply drag and drop UI elements and integrate it to the services, or you can full blown go into coding and you can build your application from scratch. It has services which enrich your digital experience. For example, the launchpads you see, you do not have to develop anything for that. It's completely available. You just need to configure your application on top of it. And since we are talking about application development, obviously there will be services for DevOps. So transport management, continuous improvement and continuous delivery, and things like that. So we'll see all of these in detail. So talking about environments, let's first understand what is an environment. Environment gives you the runtimes, the services, the tools you need to build your application. Now, based on your requirement and based on the skill set of developer, these environments are chosen for your application. So there are multiple things, your requirements as well as the skill set you have to build applications. SAP BTP provides you multi-cloud environment, which means that you can build applications in terms of Cloud Foundry environment using the Cloud Foundry services. You can build your application using ABAP environment. You can build it in Kyma environment and even in the Neo environment. Neo is basically not supported as of now, so all new accounts are going on to the multi-cloud environments, which supports three environments: Cloud Foundry, ABAP, and Kyma. So I would not recommend going the Neo route. Even if you're doing it, move to the multi-cloud environment. Now let's understand what is Cloud Foundry environment. So Cloud Foundry environment basically gives you the services where you can create your applications with multiple languages. So it's a polyglot cloud application that you can build. And obviously, it is based on the Cloud Foundry Foundation, where SAP is one of the members, the founding members. You have ABAP environment, where obviously it means ABAP, so you can build your applications in ABAP. It is based on Cloud Foundry again, so if you are going to build applications on the ABAP environment, make sure you're within the Cloud Foundry environment and you're creating your different spaces for ABAP development. Kyma runtime is basically kind of a fully managed cloud native Kubernetes application for you. It gives you the runtime where you can create your applications. Mainly serverless functions are best for this runtime. And the main benefit of why all these different environments are there is because, let's say you have one sub account where you have different environments. You do not have to worry about administrative things like user management or connectivity setup for these different environments. It's at the sub account level. So you can easily choose whichever environment suits your requirements and the skill sets you have available, and you can build your applications. We'll see more details about how and what kind of applications you can build in terms of programming languages and all in the coming slides. But in short, this is environments which gives you runtime, services, and tools to build your applications. So now that we know about the different environments available, let's understand the different application frameworks that are available on SAP BTP. So in terms of Fiori application development, you have SAP UI5 libraries or the web components, which you can use for your UI needs. You also have RAP, which is the ABAP RESTful Application Programming Model, which means you can use ABAP Cloud to build your application. Remember, you need ATT ABAP development toolkits to develop this. Next, you have CAP, SAP CAP, Cloud Application Programming Model, where you can create your applications. It's relatively new, but probably SAP is recommending the way we develop applications should be CAPM. So you can use that. And lastly, you have Fiori elements or Fiori tools, which generate your application based on the annotations of OData services, or even you can do your annotations as well. Let's now understand the programming languages based on different environments. So if we talk of Cloud Foundry environment, then obviously SAP UI5 is the first choice. Um, and since SAP UI5 is based on HTML5, obviously HTML5 is a no-brainer there. You can also do Node.js applications, Java, Python. In terms of ABAP environment, you have ABAP Cloud. So you can do all your development with a lighter version of ABAP, which is available in the cloud. And lastly, the Kyma environment, where you can do the serverless functions in Node.js or Python. And even you can do microservices, which any cross-platform programming language would be supported. All right, so in terms of tools, probably it depends on which programming language you are coding. So if you're coding RAP application using ABAP Cloud, then generally I've seen people using Eclipse with ADT tools. For Fiori development, Business Application Studio is there, or people use Visual Studio Code as well. Um, but after March, after March 2024, things will change. Probably another rebrand, which will be SAP Build Code, which will be used. There's a rebrand because SAP is adding functionality into Business Application Studio with support of Joule, which is the AI Copilot. You might have seen my last episode where I have explained it. And that can generate application code for you. So hence, it will be changed to build code. More details later in this episode only. Then you have SAP Build Apps, where you can do low code, no code applications. You have services like mobile services or document information, document repository, document management systems. You have Workzone for your Launchpad and Tiles hosting your applications to your end users. So these are a few of the tools. We'll see these in details later. So let's start with the low code, no code tooling. Now, when I say low code, no code tooling, it is specific to the application development pillars. When I go to automation, I'll explain the automation low code, no code tooling. So for now, this is specific to the application development pillar. For application development, we use something called SAP Build Apps, where you do not have to code. You just have to drag and drop and integrate your services. This was earlier known as AppGyver, but now it's SAP Build Apps. If you are a professional developer, like I explained in my last slide, SAP Business Application Studio is the main IDE for you to develop applications. This will change, as I've said. So SAP Build Code as well I have included in the list. Apart from that, Visual Studio Code and Eclipse is being used by other developers as well, be it on Cloud Foundry or the RAP models. So digital services are mainly for the end users who are consuming your applications. And when we say consuming your applications, then the Launchpad in the Fiori world comes into play. SAP Build Workzone Standard Edition or the Advanced Edition gives you the Launchpad. Obviously, the Advanced Edition gives you much more than just a Launchpad, because it has some collaboration features and document repositories, knowledge management, and all those things. The second one, SAP Start, you might have seen it in, let's say, SuccessFactors as a homepage, or S4. And the last one for mobile users is the SAP Mobile Start. People also use Fiori custom clients, which is not available on the App Store, but you can always ask your partners or your innovation partners to provide you a custom Fiori client. But going forward, probably SAP Mobile Start would be the best entry point for all your mobile applications. When we talk about DevOps, Cloud Transport Management is a service which helps you transport your artifacts from one sub-account to the other. Application logging service is very essential, and it's very informative if it comes to errors or exception handling. You have job scheduling services and even continuous integration and delivery services, which are available. Remember, these are few services which are from DevOps, but there are many more. I would recommend you to go to SAP Discovery Center and look for the DevOps services. But these are the main ones.